Hi, everyone. My name is Tanzeel, and I'm a recruitment consultant. As everyone knows, this is my second video. This video will be more about job search strategies. So, finding a job itself is a job. You have to dedicate a lot of your time, your resources, and your mental energies towards finding the right organization to work with and using the right approach. So, in this video, I'll share key strategies that you need to put in place to find a job, which will definitely increase your chances in finding your next job or perhaps setting direction for your career. So, without further ado, let's start. The first thing I want to start is with a plan. You need a plan. Like to achieve anything in life, you need a plan, you need a strategy, and that plan, then you need a strategy to how to execute that plan. So the first very important point is to make your approach targeted. Example, in terms of company, what company would you prefer to work in? Which industry would you prefer to work in terms of location, salary? Industry is very important because some industries, as you know, are are more lucrative than other industry. Sub industries such as IT sector, it's a fast-paced moving industry, so there are short-term contracts involved, and the employee movement is very fluid. In terms of transport industries, there is more stability, so you have to understand which industry you want to work in and where you can progress. For instance, a building industry or the housing market is really dependent on the banking industry, and where is the banking sector moving, as there are massive redundancies being announced by the big four banks. Where is the banking sector heading? So it's very important to make sure which company you want to work in and do basically background research of the company. So using your network skills, try to connect with people within that business, try to go find out what sort of events are the organization organizing, go to networking events, connect with the managers because they are the one who has the hiring decision. So it's very important to connect with the managers and build that relationship, and build a relationship on a professional as well as personal level. Increasing your visibility is also a part of a job search plan. So increase your visibility in terms, let the recruiter and the hiring managers or the talent acquisition know that you're searching for a job online. On LinkedIn Recruiter, Seek Premium, and these are the two main sources where recruiters and hiring managers or the talent acquisition team search for jobs. And another very important thing is you have to, as Melbourne is, there is a in Australia there is an overflow of talent in some certain areas, certain market. So you have to stand out from the competition, do something extra just to increase your chances of being employed. To do something extra, going a little bit ahead, and not only sell to yourself, selling your personality is also very important. People often get impressed. I've been into interviews and panels where the interviewer and the team has said, wow, what a lovely guy he was, or what a lovely girl she was. Such a interesting and such a warm personality, such a friendly and loving personality. So personality also plays a key role and can be that pivotal point to get into the workplace. So second thing I want to discuss is, let's discuss what do I mean by target approach. So target approach is select in terms of the industry that's going to be there, and that's evolving. Like cybersecurity for IT perhaps is evolving, so you should dedicate your energies in certifying yourself as cybersecurity. Or for let's suppose for accountants, there's this financial analyst positions are there, there's career analyst positions are there. So understand the tech changes, keep yourself up to date with the changes where the market is heading, and think long term. Think always with the long term perspective. Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years, and considering the factors that how technology would come in play. artificial intelligence, algorithm, data management, data scientist. These are the key things that organization are looking for. So that's one thing. Research about the organization. Use LinkedIn to find about the organization, find the size of the organization, find the operations of the organization, find the project they are associated with. Also use Seek reviews. Use Seek reviews. They are real reviews by real people. Find out what the organization are like, for instance. What just make sure that you're fully aware and fully informed about the organization you want to work in. So make your approach very targeted. Register on career pages of organizations themselves and resumes on the mentioned email address. So if you go on, let's suppose, any business website, you will find out there is a tab called careers tab, and register with it and send resumes directly to the careers tab. That's also a great way to connect. Use keywords in your resumes and cover letter according to the job requirements, and also to increase your visibility in the application tracking system. So it's very important to use keywords. Moving further, leveraging of networking skills. Networking is very important. Know who the decision makers are. For example, if you want to work as a financial analyst, then you know that you're reporting to the finance director, head of finance, or you're reporting to the finance manager or finance business partner or financial controller. If you're in IT working for, let's suppose you're in the IT team, you know you're reporting to the software manager or IT manager or developing team manager or team lead or lead, etc. Try to find that person on LinkedIn and try to send your resumes directly to him, and try to leverage off your relationship. Try to build that relationship. Send your resumes, showcase your work, write article, demonstrate your knowledge. It's very important to demonstrate your knowledge and be confident. Confidence is also very important. So that's one way of leveraging your networking skills. Use networking skills to know more managers, connect with more managers within your industry, know more about your industry, know where the job lies, understand the movement, showcase your knowledge and expertise, connect with HR managers, connect with talent acquisition managers, connect with recruiters. Get your visibility out there. That's where these are the people who will find you job, and these are the people who will make decisions, and these are the people who would take prompt decision. Let's suppose if business is always uncertain and there may be high and lows of the business, so they may require an urgent hiring. So they will look into their network and say, okay, Mr. XSS, he needs to get a job, so let's type him a message and onboard him straight away. We are living in a fast-paced economy, so things are moving very quick. Increase your visibility, like I said. Update your Seek profile, make sure information is up to date. Update your LinkedIn, try to include concise and targeted information on your profile. Like I said, people are impatient. Too much information lead to making too much information really recruiters won't be attracted to too much information. They don't have that much of a time, or even perhaps hiring manager. Little, concise, targeted information always works well. Demonstrate your knowledge on a particular matter. Let's suppose if you're very good with certain skills and you know a lot about text, write articles. Make sure that you're a subject matter expert of what you do. It's just an extra step that you have to take, which will increase your chances of getting employed. One of my candidates, I know, he got hired by a very good organization just because he used to write interesting articles, and it just clicked. Increase your visibility, and the final thing is stand out from the competition. You have to do something extra that to stand out from the organization, to stand out from the competition, right? So you have to be proactive. Let's suppose you see an advertisement. As soon as you see an advertisement on Seek, the next thing is there will be a number lit, and give them a call and sell yourself in a 3-point sell. So it's know-how, can do, and want to. So know-how is I've got 5 years of experience working in as an assistant accountant in an industry. During my tenure, I've used SAP, and I have worked on cost minimization system, I worked on payroll system, I worked on improving tax efficiency, I'm very good with Excel, I've built in financial data on Excel, I've used Excel for reporting purpose. Can do, I really want to work on your organization because this, and because this really aligns with my future value. If you think that please could you consider my profile for this role, and they will be like, yes, of course, I think this is exactly the kind of candidate that we are looking for. Please, would you have a time sometime next week to come in for an interview? And then you go there, you sell yourself, and at the end, if it clicks, it clicks. So you have to take an extra steps. Prepare a demo work, for example, a report. One of my candidates built in his website. He was an engineering one. He wasn't my candidate, but my friend who got hired. So he built his project, his final year project, on a website, and send the link of the website to the in his job application, and the hiring managers were very impressed, and they offered him the job because he went an extra mile. That's a person who is so innovative and so dedicated to his work, so definitely it stands out. And one of my candidates in an interview, he went with a report of because of public listed company, he went with a report, and the hiring manager was literally very impressed that he went an extra mile, and he literally demonstrated, showed them that where the financial standing are as per the data provided on the internet. And also, like, if you're an engineer, demonstrate your process knowledge or improvement that you have done. If possible, some tangible projects, understanding of the business and industry. Commercial acumen is also very important. So these are the steps that will really increase your chances. Okay, I'll give you now a real life example how to search for jobs, right? So if we go on w.seek.com.au, okay, this is the best way to find jobs, and you write as an accountant, and then all Melbourne, Seek search. Oh, I have to. Alright, so now the best way to find out is to look for a financial accountant job. Let's say assistant accountant role on Seek. Okay, that's solidified. Look at the job description, look what they are looking for. If you have all these things, then who are we looking for and what we are offering, and it really reconciles with what you're looking for. The next step is search Lidify on Google, and then use this Boolean search to find finance manager. Right, so it's 2 commas at the back on the corner, and now you would have this Chief Finance Officer or Company Secretary on LinkedIn. So okay, so Lidify Corporation, even if you go, so this is a very good way of finding about the organization. So LinkedIn, you find out, okay, so what are their core business, and definitely they're in renewable and energy environment. Know more about the business. Try to find the authority, who is the authority in assistant accountant role. So is HR manager, connect with him, send him your resume, or tell him, Mr. Glenn, I'm referring to this role that it was advertised on Seek. I'm keen to know, I'm interested in this role because of this is the reason. I have got 3 years of experience, match the who we are looking for. If you can match who we are looking for, then you can sell yourself to Glenn or Craig. Craig is the CFO. He's also authority. He also has the decision. He can also make decisions. So definitely another great person to connect with. And the HR manager, so connect with them directly like this, right? Use Boolean search to find out exactly who the manager is, who the hiring authority is. And this is just another, this is basically how these are basically the steps that you would require that you can do to look at find your job search. It's also very important to find advertisement where you could find the contact number. Even you go on Google, contact leads and say, can I speak to Mr. Craig, please? What is, they will ask, what is it in regards to? Tell them that, look, this is regards to advertised role assistant accountant, and I'm a candidate and I'm very keen about this role. Can you please speak to him? And they will transfer you